Still rocking after all these years.
This is the story of my rock and roll butler.
This is it, the show that started it all. Often imitated, but never equal. From San Francisco, USA. Online since 2004. It's the one and only Rock and Roll Geek Show. With the original Rock and Roll Geek, Michael Butler.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. My name's Michael Butler. Thanks a lot for joining me. I really appreciate it. Today is Thursday, June 23rd, 2022, and it is 7:10 p.m. when I'm recording this episode. This is a bonus episode. As you may or may not know, sometime I have a donation, levels of donation on the Rock and Roll Geek Show on the donate thing. And one of them is you can co-host the show with your friend Michael Butler here. For the mere very reasonable price of $100, which maybe I should raise it. I don't know, but I'm not raising it at this point. It's a steal, friends. If you have a band,
Indeed.
You have a band, or I don't know, anything you want to plug. The show's yours for the entire time we do it. And tonight, the show belongs to my good friend Dave Franco. Dave Franco is the guest on tonight's show. How you doing, Dave?
Michael, super great. Couldn't be better. How about you?
I'm super great. Couldn't be better myself. I'm going to open up a Modelo here, if it's okay, if you don't mind. It's the second one of the day. He's got a bottle.
I'm sure.
You have a bottle of Tecate there. I prefer it in the can myself.
Yeah, this was pretty cheap, so I just grabbed this afternoon.
Dave Franco, where do you live?
Michael, I lived in Chicago all my life, but about a year ago I moved to a northern suburb called River Woods. So we've got like an acre and 3/4 here. It's been just fantastic. So just a little bit north of Chicago, maybe 15 minutes from the city border. I was born and raised in the city right near Wrigley Field, actually.
How far away from you is Rockford?
Rockford is 2.5 hours straight west.
Oh, okay. You seen Cheap Trick a lot?
I actually have a Cheap Trick story that I would like to share with you at a point in time here.
Okay, we'll share it now.
Okay, I'll share it now. So I've got my, not to go into this without having a plan, because I tend to have one non sequitur after another.
Yeah, you sent me an outline. No one's ever sent me an outline of their guest host, so I appreciate it.
Well, here's what I'd like to do. Go over that. I want to ask you, how's your poison oak?
Well, today is the best it's been so far. It has been torturous. The past couple of days has been blistering and oozing, and the itching has been so bad. Now it's no longer oozing and the blisters have gone away. Now it just looks like monkeypox.
Man.
But it's not itching nearly as bad. I'm heading up to the mountains tomorrow with two of the dogs. My friend Mick Punk and his girlfriend Stephanie are just the three of us are going with two dogs. My wife is taking one of the dogs up to Bodega Bay to try to breed her with a male dog. So I'm going to be up there with two dogs. And poison oak up there is in full bloom. So I'm bringing some poison oak wash, and I'm just going to assume that I'm exposed every day, and I'm going to be treating it every day. I hope I don't get it again, because it started off as not very bad at all. I thought it's just a minor little bout of poison oak this time, but it is some of the worst I've had. It's been really rough. But thank you for asking.
Yeah, I've had poison ivy to the point where it was from my ankles to my thighs. It was crazy, but that's not a rock and roll story, and that's what we're here to tell tonight. So I'll do my checklist here. So first of all, I want to thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
I've been a listener. I've been a listener for a really long time, but we're going to get to that also. I'd like to start out with taking you on a tour of my drum studio, if I may.
Okay, you're in a big room here. Is this in the basement?
Yeah, this was a media. It was the previous owners didn't use it as a media room, but they were supposed to have like a TV that dropped down. So my wife said, we're going to use that as your drum room. I'm like, what are you talking about? My drums were always like in the closet somewhere. I had rehearsal studios that I went to, but she goes, nope, we're going to set it up and you're going to have that room. And so let me show you what I got going here.
Well, that's a good wife to let you have a drum room. She's
the greatest. So one of my favorites of all time is Tommy Keene. And these are all set lists
from Tommy
autographed. Keene. Yeah, for all the shows that I've gone to see him, and I would swipe the set list. And then I love Tommy Bolin also.
Oh yeah, okay. There's a nice Tommy Bolin magazine ad.
Yeah, and I've got Coverdale, Glenn Hughes, Bolin.
Nice.
And of course, my favorite band is The Who.
Oh, there's
as you can see.
What album is that? What's that one album? What's that one? That's not Who's Next.
No, this is Tommy.
Tommy, that's right.
This is Quadrophenia, and then that's the Maximum R&B. And then these are my snares.
I see a Quick poster.
Oh, that's one of my bands. Yeah, when we played, that was one of my bands, and I knew the guy that owned the club, and so he had this thing made up. He had this thing made up for me, which is funny.
Now, I thought I had some music from a band called The Quick.
It could have probably been from me. I might have sent it to you a long time ago.
Yes, I do have. The Quick Mondo Deco?
No, that was another Quick. That was the East Coast Quick.
Yeah, okay.
We were the Midwest Quick.
Okay.
And then this kit is 1980. It's a 26-inch bass drum. This is an indulgence. When I found out I could set up my drums, I had all these tom-toms. So I mounted them all, and I bought a couple more cymbals. I've got a double bass pedal, which I never ever had, but it's really, really fun to play. And it's really a good sounding kit too.
Now, are you are you in a band right now?
Yeah, I'm in Too Much Saturn. One of the songs we're going to play is from my band's latest release. And these are my snares.
Wow, look at you got about 20 snares right there.
Yeah, I've got I don't know how many. This is a custom made Andy Warhol.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, you can see that, and I've got a DW, a bunch of Ludwigs, Superphonics, and none of them they're all different. Because I want to get a different sound from each one. So these are the bands that I've played with. I've got the drum heads from there. And I've got a 1970. This kit is from the badges take it back to 1971 or maybe 73. There's an era. Kit. Yeah, they're actually both of our Slingerland. But this is my practice. As you can see, I've got the sound offs.
Right, pads on the cymbals.
This practice area. Yeah, and then these are posters and pictures and an old set list and this. Do you see this, Michael?
A Grammy Award. Now, this may not be that interesting for people who are listening, but it's interesting to me.
Yeah.
So, what'd you get a Grammy for? Did you win a Grammy?
This band, oh boy. We were nominated for. We got signed to a record contract. There were a group of record executives that put this program together, and they solicited all these demo tapes of bands, and then they selected. They just picked this band out and said, "We're going to go full bore here. We're going to get a bunch of college students to work for free and interns." And they were all part of NARA's, the executives, but they had studio connections, and it was great. And there was a committee that selected us out of I don't know how many hundreds of demos, and we cut the record. They signed us to a record deal, and for about a year or so, we were living a rock and roll life. It was that was the early '80s, and what happened was the Grammys were not like they are now. The Grammys were set up kind of like a professional sports playoff system. So there was a West Coast, there was a Central, a Midwest, and then an East Coast. So if you won your particular category, then you would go to the Grammys because there would be like 4 or 5 or whatever it was.
It was a tournament.
Yeah, pretty much. So we were submitted as best new band in the Midwest.
Huh, okay.
And that's what that was. Oh boy, and we're in the Grammy. We're in the believe it or not, we're in the Grammy Award. In the program, and it's. But looking back at it, that's not something that happens to everybody. So I'm pretty proud of the fact that I had that opportunity. And that kind of morphed into. Island Records was interested in us, and I think they put us. Trying to remember, I think they put us in the studio to do some spec demos. I don't remember because it was the 80s, and I was having some problems.
What kind of problems?
But not really problems. I was pretty much living a rock and roll life. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but I know we didn't
drugs,
pay for
sex and drugs.
Well, yeah. Well, my wife's probably have to listen to this, so I guess I'll say yes.
Sex. Okay.
and I had a few beers during that time also.
Uh-huh. Oh, so okay. Alcohol and sex.
So we went into so the songs that we actually demoed, Island Record didn't hear a hit, so that was kind of the end of that. And then that's when we morphed into the Quick and then the Vandalays, and we did a bunch of power pop stuff, and actually got a lot of interest and got a lot of critical acclaim. But you know how hard it is to do something that's really notable in the music business, and that's where I want to take this discussion. And in my outline here, the next heading, Michael, is ass kissing.
Okay. Oh, I'm not looking at the outline. I'm not going to look at it until we
okay.
have to. So.
Well, this is my ass kissing segment.
Right. Hold on. Do I have the ass
for
kissing?
you?
Let me see if I have the sound here.
Well, I'll be happy to tell you. Oh, you want to do the ass kissing sound?
Let's see if I have the ass kissing sound. I got to look for it. Okay, hold on. Ass. Yeah, here we go. Ass kissing with Butler. Here you go. Let's see if I can play it. Here. I need an intro for the ass kiss of the week segment too, please. Somebody. It would be my pleasure to have you kiss my hiney. Kiss my ass. All right, there you go. Oh wait, well stop. Okay, all right.
Well, that's a perfect segue into this. Look, I have to congratulate you on having one of the longest running podcasts ever. I think that's really, really something that's special. And here's another thing too. I think that I don't know you, however, I think that oftentimes you downplay your musical accomplishments. And I think that you've accomplished a lot with Stevie Stiletto and with Exodus and American Heartbeat. And
American Heartbreak.
Heartbreak. I'm sorry.
See, that's how much I've accomplished. You can't even remember the names.
Well, you got an opportunity to tour the world and live the rock and roll life, and I think that it's important to point that out. So that's how I feel. I think that you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Okay, and then you actually work with you work with Chris.
Hold on, I'm losing you here.
Exodus? The Thin Lizzy producer?
Chris Tangarides, yes. He produced. Chris Tangarides produced the Exodus album that I was on, so that was the highlight of my life.
Yeah, I would have been staring at him with my mouth agape because he had worked with Thin Lizzy.
Yeah, we questioned him a lot. We talked. We got at least I did. Asked him tons of Thin Lizzy questions, and he produced an Ian Gillan solo. He might have done more than one Ian Gillan solo album, but he did Toolbox that I know of, and he had lots of good Ian Gillan stories, lots of Thin Lizzy stories, and Tigers of Pantang.
Oh, with John Sykes? That Tigers?
I guess. I'm not sure. I'm not a Tigers of Pantang authority. Craig Bearhorst is from the Butlers, but yeah. Yeah, and he was a super nice guy too, Chris Sangarides.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. So so I'm wondering if our paths crossed. When you were with Stevie Stiletto, did you play Chicago?
Probably, but I don't know where we played up there.
Yeah. Did you? Were you on a bill with Toxic Reason?
No, I don't think so. We met up with Toxic Reasons in Indianapolis when they moved to Indianapolis. I don't know if they moved to Indianapolis, but they lived in Indianapolis, and that's when we met those guys.
Okay. Because
they kind of saved our lives. Actually, we rolled into town broken, hungry, and Tufty, the bass player, took us into his house and fed us and introduced us to this guy Bill Levin, who became our manager. So they kind of saved the band a little bit for us.
Right. I remember you talking about that on the show, because I saw Toxic Reasons when they were that Bullets for You album is the one that caught my ear. So I thought that maybe you had come through town and I had seen you in like a double bill with
we might have played with a band
back in those days. There were like sometimes it was.
We might have played with a band called Life Sentence, who were from Chicago.
Yeah, no, that one doesn't ring a bell.
Okay,
but yeah, like I said, I thought we might have crossed paths. In any case, I think we share a certain I've heard you talk about that Foreigner Cheap Trick, the Foreigner's very first album, and they toured that
when In Color came out.
Right. Yeah. And I saw that show also. I saw the at the Uptown Theater, and it was funny because Foreigner played the whole album, and they did an encore, and I think they did a Beatles tune as an encore because they didn't have any other songs worked out. Do you remember that?
This was an arena, the Jacksonville Coliseum, and it might have been Hart headlining, and Foreigner might have been a support band. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm missing, if I have this wrong or not. But I know Foreigner and Cheap Trick. I don't know if Hart was on the bill or not. But yeah, this was in the Jacksonville Coliseum. It was like your standard arena hockey rink show.
Yeah, and that was Foreigner's first album, right?
It might have been the second album. No? Whenever In Color came out.
Okay, yeah, that might have been the second album. So I thought we had that in common, and we also, I think, we have the concept of perfect albums. I've heard you utilize that term, and I think we agree that Who's Next could be the perfect album.
Yeah, Boston's first album.
Yep.
And that Czar album. When I had Jeff Whalen from Czar on, I told him that it reminded me of Boston's album in a lot of ways.
I agree with you, and I listened to that, and man, I don't know. That guy he's on a different level.
Who, Jeff Whalen?
Yeah.
That guy's out there.
Yeah, he's on a different level. But that was very enjoyable, and the fact that I think that you and I might be the only two guys that bought that CD. I don't know who else bought the thing, which is a shame.
Rob Cavallo is the reason that album's besides the songs are fantastic songs. The production on that album is just unbelievable. Oh,
I agree, and the fact that what do? They went to Guitar Center and they charged all their instruments, and they had a chance to bring them back within 30 days. They used the instruments. They used the instruments, and then they brought them back to Guitar Center.
That's a common thing, actually. When I played a recent gig with J.J. Savage, he needed it. He didn't have a cabinet, so the manager went and bought him a brand new 412 Marshall. And brought it back the next day after the gig. A lot of bands do that. That's a common thing, and I don't know how they get away with it, but a lot of people do it.
Right? Neither do I. I don't understand that, but oh well, that's okay because it works. Screwing bands over work. We're still losing by slaughter roll.
Yeah.
So So I'm trying to think back when I first, I think the Dennis Dunaway interview, that was pretty far back, right?
No, I interviewed him twice. The first one was when Shane, I had this guy Shane producing the show. He was
super producer Shane.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that guy. Oh shit! Hold on, I gotta send this to voicemail. Hold on a second. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, my house cleaner was calling, so hopefully she'll call my wife.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've been around since the Dennis Dunaway and the Mike Chapman.
Yeah, that was real early.
Man, and that's another guy who's like, whoa.
Yeah,
a different level.
If you're into power pop, Mike Chapman's fucking genius.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely. But my favorite interview was the Donovan interview that you did.
Yeah, I for people who don't know, Shane lined that up as well. But I was invited to go watch Donovan rehearse for a show, and he was at the record plant? No, Fantasy Studios in Berkeley. And there was when I got there was nobody there except for me. And he had a cello player. I think it was a cello player. Me and one other person, might have been the bass player or something, but it was only me watching his rehearsal. And he brought me up, he treated me so well. I was like shitting my pants.
Yeah.
Could not believe what was happening. That guy was so nice to me. And then after the rehearsal, he brought me into the little break room, and then we did the interview. He was a really cool dude.
Yeah, that was. Everybody that's listening should go back and find that because it was really, really enlightening. And he did seem like he's like the nicest guy in the world. Considering what he's accomplished.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but I've listened to a lot of Donovan interviews.
Yeah.
The one that I did, I think is the best Donovan interview that's ever been out there.
Yeah. Okay. I could agree there.
I don't think anybody's ever mentioned Alice Cooper to Donovan in an interview.
No.
And Susie Quattro.
And Susie Quattro. Right.
No, I'm talking about mentioning Susie Quattro in a Donovan interview.
All right. This is under the R&R Geek Show.
Look, he's got notes in
my notes. My notes. And then the last thing I have is you got to finish the book.
Yeah.
The stories are because they're all true, as crazy as it is. That's just how the rock and roll life is. So you've got to finish the book, but you have to do the audio book in the Paul Stanley voice.
Right. Okay. All right. I'll get right on that. Maybe I'll finish it when I retire. Who knows? Right. Now I don't have enough confidence in myself as a writer. So.
Yeah. Oh God. So what I wanted to do tonight was.
Oh yeah, we haven't played any. Where are you? 23 minutes into this, we haven't played any music yet.
Yeah. What do you want to? You want to play some music or talk a little more? Because what I'd like to do.
It's your show. It's your show. I'm the co-host.
Okay. What I want to talk about was, especially with the boy, with the Grammy, during the Grammy times, or during that early 80s in Chicago. I don't know if it's going to make sense to anybody, but I'm looking back and then putting my show notes together. I look back at all the bands that were coming out of Chicago, and there was a band called Gambler. They got signed, and Del Breckenfeld was a guitar player, and now he works for Dean Guitars and makes like $10,000 guitars. And his brother Ed Breckenfeld is played with all the major bands in the Chicagoland area, and he's also a studio guy, and he writes for Modern Drummer magazine. But the other band was Screams, which is one of your favorites, right?
Yeah, so I'm open for Van Halen. I had Brad Elvis on. Is that his name, Brad Elvis?
Right. Yeah, no. Did you have him on?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I interviewed him. We talked. It was all about Screams, actually, and the Van Halen tour. You should go back and listen to that. That's a pretty good one, too.
Oh, okay, because I thought I gave you John Siegel, the guitar player's email. I thought I forwarded that because we ran into him some years back, and I hadn't talked to him in a while, but I thought about you, and I think I got his email address. But if you already talked to Brad, then there's nothing that I don't think that John can fill it in there. So Brad Elvis, he goes from Screams to the Elvis Brothers.
Yeah,
they had a two record deal, and then now for the last probably 15 years. He's the drummer in the Romantics in their touring band.
Yes, that's how I discovered him. That's how I got in touch with him.
Yeah,
because I saw the Romantics opening for Rick Springfield, and I said, "Man, that drummer's fucking great." And then I looked him up, and I found out he used to be in Screams, and that's when I thought, Screams. Then I got him on the show. He's also in a band with his wife. What are they called? The Handcuffs.
The Handcuffs. And as a matter of fact, I think they just put out a new record very, very recently. So we've got that much talent. Siegel goes from Screams to a band called BB Spin. They got signed. It was like a kind of R&B thing. And then he goes into another band called the Insiders with Ed Breckenfeld on drums. And they had they were like the Odines of Chicago. They had I don't know if you heard the song. It's called "Ghost on the Beach."
No.
And locally in the Midwest, they were super popular. And then Kevin Lee was also playing during that time. He got signed, and one of his songs got picked up by the NBA as their theme song for their TV when they would do their TV broadcasts. His song was the theme song there.
Oh, good for him.
Then special. Do you remember a band called Special Effects?
It was with F and an X, Special FX.
No, it was AFF.
Oh no, I don't.
So there's three guys in the band. Harry Rushikoff, who's a dear friend of mine, and we did a lot of running around together. Two crazy drummers. Harry Rushikoff became the drummer in Concrete Blonde. Mike Nardello co-founded My Life with the Thrill Kill cult.
Right.
And Al Jorgensen, who was in that band also,
Ministry.
Created Ministry. So
Right.
those three guys were in one band. And now here's the cheap trick. And I don't know if you know this, but Robin Zander produced their record.
Okay.
Special.
Okay.
He could not put his name on the record for contractual reasons. So if you look at the record, it says produced by, and he spelled his name backwards.
Oh, cool.
As the producer.
What band was this?
It was Special Effect, AFFECT.
Oh, I got to look for that band.
Yeah, Special Effect.
How was the production on it?
It was kind of like new wavy.
Okay.
It was kind of like all over the place, but I mean, you could see that, you could hear the talent coming off of it, because I think Jorgensen was writing the tunes, and it was pretty.
Was it pop?
Oh no! It wasn't. It was like pre-Ministry.
Oh, okay. I probably wouldn't like it then. Isn't
probably not.
Isn't Life, Sex, and Death from Chicago?
I don't know.
Alex Kane. You don't remember Life, Sex, and Death? They had a homeless guy as a singer.
No.
Named Stanley.
No, I don't remember that.
I think they're from Chicago.
Yeah, I remember the Psycho Capones. They dressed like Al Capone with striped suits, and then they had
silly.
They had guys on either side of the stage with fake Thompson submachine guns and fedoras.
That sounds like a desperate gimmick.
Yeah. So continuing with what was going on during that time, there was a band called Bohemia, and their lead singer, Carla Yvonne, was asked to sing with Berlin when Terry Nunn, I think there was a problem with her, she was going to leave or whatever. And that doesn't include the other bands that were like off-Broadway, Pez Band, Shoes.
I know the Shoes. All that,
yeah. And off-Broadway? Familiar with them?
I don't know that name, no.
Okay. And then that's kind of the rock side of things. And on the punk side of town, the Effigies, Naked Ray Gun, Rights of the Accused.
I know all them.
Yeah, Articles of Faith, Peg Boy. So that's what was going on in the early and middle 80s. That's how much talent there was in Chicago. So it was interesting to me. And I realize now, I'm thinking back now, like, wow, that was really something kind of special going on there. But I thought that we played a lot. There's a lot of places to play. And I think that, I tried to bring it every night. So I think that I can still do that. So maybe it's still in my mind because I see I look in the mirror and see somebody that doesn't have gray hair and recently just had a triple bypass.
You had a triple bypass heart surgery?
Yeah, I had triple bypass 17 days ago.
How old are you?
65.
Wow. So, and you're walking around drinking beer, triple bypass surgery. How long were you laid up for?
First week, I'd say 4 or 5 days. I came home on a Friday, got operated on a Monday, actually Sunday night late. That first week was rough, but this is day 17.
So a triple bypass surgery is not that big of a deal?
Well, I don't know about that. My aorta was 100% blocked, and my other two arteries were 75% blocked.
How did you recover so fast?
I'm pushing myself. And
did they have to open up your chest?
Yeah. They actually glued my sternum back together.
You got a big scar on your chest?
I do indeed. I do. And there's no stitches.
Let me see.
There's no stitches. Come on, you don't want to see this shit. Do you?
No one can see on the air, but I've never seen. Wow, look at that! They cut down the entire fucking chest. Wow, that must have hurt like a motherfucker. And you can breathe?
Yeah, this is the best I felt in 17 days.
Holy shit, man!
Yeah,
how can you breathe with your ribs? They pry your ribs apart. Tommy Lee, fuck you, Tommy Lee. Dave Franco is drinking beers, playing drums. He had triple bypass surgery. They ripped his whole sternum apart. Tommy Lee, fuck you, asshole. Fucking prick.
Really? So how about we play some music?
All right.
So let's talk about power pop and what I want to do.
Yeah, I love power pop.
And you could be the power pop geek, having uncovered Czar and the Fags.
Well, I used to do these. Sorry to interrupt. I used to do these things when I had a long time ago called the Hour of Power Pop.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Rock and Roll Geek Hour of Power Pop. Some of my episodes, if you go on the rockandrollgeek.com and just search for Hour of Power Pop, you'll probably find about maybe 4 or 5 episodes.
Oh no, because I went back and found the one from where are my notes here? I found the one from.
I did one recently, not within the last year or two.
Yeah, it was from here, December 3rd, 2020.
I think I did that in the Mountain House during the COVID.
You did the usual top 10, which is 13. The Jags, the Rubinoos, Exploding Hearts, right? The Fags and Czar.
Hey, hello.
Hey, right, the Knack and the Beat. So all those absolutely. Yeah, absolutely are.
I think I did the Motors too, and I might have played them too.
Yeah. So
Bram Tchaikovsky.
We were playing somewhere, and I had when I bought the Fag CD, it came with a sticker. So of course I've got all my drum cases with stickers, and and some girl saw it. Was the cases were at the side of the stage.
She called you a homophobe?
No, she goes, I find that very offensive.
Yeah, you're a homophobe.
And I said, well, it's a pop band from Detroit, so I don't find them offensive at all. So I thought it was kind of funny that she didn't say anything about my music. She just talked about so evidently the sticker made more of an impression than I did. Huh. Yeah.
I had that John Speck guy from the Fags on my show too.
Yeah. Yeah, that was interesting too, because they turned down the X Games, right? Their manager said, "Yeah, you're going to play this. It's going to be a bust." And they were one of the first bands.
He had some bad luck, John Speck.
Yeah, but that record is killer.
That what's it? Light 'Em Up.
Yep.
That album is fucking. That album is great.
Yep, that could be that fall under the perfect album category.
Yeah.
I agree.
Jasper turned me on to the Fags.
Okay.
From Good Clean Fun.
So when we talk about power pop, I don't know. So like the one of your shows, some of the music is poppy, but a little bit more rock and rolly. So what I did was what I selected what I thought were the more, I don't want to say pure pop. So the playlist that I submitted to you is a little bit more.
It's probably more classic, more of the actual classic definition of power pop, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's in the ear of the beholder, pretty much. But I define it with hooks and harmonies and jangly and
that's what most people probably. That's the actual genre of power pop. I mean, I consider power pop just pop music, pop melodies with rocking guitars, but there's an actual genre power pop, and Ralph Miller, friend of the show, is probably an authority on power pop too, more than me. I just know what I like, that's all.
Yeah, I hear that, and that was my next question here, that what is your definition? And you've expressed that.
Yeah, those are power pop genre. Nick Lowe might even be in that genre.
Yeah.
Because around the 80s, around the new wave, post-punk or whatever, there was a subgenre of power pop. And the Knack is probably considered in there too.
Oh yeah, they could be the seminal 2020 and the Knack. And that documentary, for anybody that's listening that hasn't seen Get the Knack, they've got to see that documentary.
Oh, I've never seen it. I got to see it. I've never seen it.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Did you hear the interview I did with the guitar player from the Knack, Bert Navier?
Bert Navier. That guy's a freaking genius.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? We did a track by track of Get the Knack. Okay, that's a good one.
Yep. And it he tried to do the My Sharona solo, but he glitched it, right? They had to punch it in. Yeah, but I'm thinking, man. But yeah, he's an incredible guitar player. I think he doesn't get enough credit for.
Yeah, that drummer they had in the Knack too was a monster.
Yeah, Bruce Gary.
Yeah,
unbelievable. So we're talking about power pop, and I think we've got that pretty much covered. My power pop starts and ends with Tommy Keene. Okay. So that's why I've got all those posters on the wall. But
you did not send me any Tommy Keene.
No, I did not, because I think Tommy's pretty familiar to most power pop geeks.
Oh, you send me all obscure shit, huh?
Yeah, and that's where I'm headed now. So the reason why I did very obscure. There's like a top 200 on Shake Some Action magazine.
Okay. Yeah.
And there's 200 albums, and some of the songs that I submitted to you were from. I looked and like, oh yeah, they've got a handful of the songs that I've submitted to you. So maybe they're not that obscure, but I think that in most cases, I don't want to use the term obscure, but I guess I don't have another definition for it. So the first tune, you're going to cue up the songs?
I got the playlist. They're probably not in order, but go ahead.
Okay. So our latest release is Stop Thief, from my band Too Much Sadder.
Okay, let's see if I can find that. Okay, Stop Thief now. Okay, I got that.
Yeah, so we've got some hand claps in there that are pretty cool. And then one of the lyrics is being a romantic detainee, which I thought was pretty clever on Mark's our guitar player and one of the writers. So if you want to play that, I'd like to get your opinion on it also.
Okay. Now, I'm not going to trash it. You're a guest of the show.
Oh, no, I want you to be honest. You've always been honest. I mean, why are you going to change now?
All right. We play it now. Stop. I'm going to let you talk it up, or did you already just talk it? You just talked it up. So, all right. Here is Stop Thief. It's just Stop Thief, right?
From Too Much Saturn, our latest release.
And I'm going to go use the bathroom real quick while we enter. The bathroom's right next door.
Up and down the
right, motherfuckers. We don't have any slackers. We don't have any slack bands on this show. That was fucking great, man.
Did you like it? I'm glad you liked it.
We don't have no amateur bullshit on this show. Any guests on this show? We got pro musicians. Now you people think these fucking people. We got big time people on this show. Are you a cop?
I was.
An ex-cop. We got ex-cops on this show, guest hosting. What ex-cop do you know that plays in a great power pop band? Come on, man. This ain't no bullshit show. We got the big heavy hitters on this show.
I wasn't that guy. I didn't write any tickets or lock anybody. I was an investigator for the city of Chicago Law Department. So we worked on drug cases, and also I worked on police misconduct cases too. So I'm still doing it. Huh. I'm still doing it actually. I've started my own company, and the city retained me to do the investigative work on some police misconduct.
So you're a retired police officer.
Yeah.
So that means you got a pension, right?
I do have a pension.
You lucky motherfucker.
Yeah, and I'm also teaching a couple of criminal justice courses at a local college, Wright College.
No wonder you live in a mansion. What's your wife doesn't work, right?
Oh no, my wife works her tail off. Oh. Yeah, she's a vice president of a really big company.
This guy,
that's her.
See, ain't no bums on this show either, friends. We got rich people listen to the Rock and Roll Geek show. You think it's a loser show? We got rich people and ex-cops. You there, Dave Franco? I lost your video. I just lost him. Uh-oh. The Secret Service came in and shut us down. You there, Dave Franco?
Hold on here.
Okay. Yeah. I think the Biden administration or somebody in the FBI doesn't like the way we're talking, so I better shut up.
Yeah. So I'm
what are you opening?
I'm pretty lucky.
You opening number 2 here?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm opening number 2 myself. Let me take a sip.
Okay. So
no, that was really good, man. That song,
good, Michael.
It was super well produced. The guitar player is great. Is he the singer and guitar player?
Well, yeah, we've got 2 guitar players. Tonka's like the lead guitar player. We recorded that at Rax Tracks with.
What's that? It's a jangly guitar. What's he play?
These guys bring in, I bring in a couple of snares in a rehearsal, and they bring in like 5 guitars a piece. Oh, okay. So I couldn't tell you, but I could let you know. They're a good group of guys to play with, and the last. I think that was our best work. We've got another song that's a little bit more rocky that we'll play on the next co-host show. But
send it to me. I'll play it on the regular. I'll play it.
Okay, I'll do that. It's a little bit more rock and rolly than poppy, but it's a really good song too, and it's well produced. And we're getting some airplay and some good reviews, and hopefully that'll turn out to be some good gigs later on this year as soon as I can. Get some stamina back and play for the drums again. But
you're not on the Facebook, are you?
No, the band is.
You're not on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group either, are you?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, I am. We're on Instagram.
I tried to tag you when I was promoting that I was getting ready to do a show, and you didn't come.
Oh, okay.
I said I'm preparing to pull a Rock and Roll Geek show 1133 out of Dave Franco's ass.
out of the stitches in my sternum.
Geez, what did your wife think when you went to triple bypass surgery? She must have been scared shitless. Were you scared?
No, you know what? I never felt bad.
Were you scared?
No, because I knew it had to be done, and I was in the hospital preparing for it. It wasn't like I had a heart attack outside of the hospital or had any. I went to the doctor, took an X-ray. I told him I had some breathing issues, and he said, "You're not leaving here with your age." And he knew that I had some coronary issues, and took an X-ray. Called me the next day and said, "There's a shadow on your aorta." Huh. My wife said, "We are not. There's too many factors against you.
See, now
we're going right to the emergency room."
Now you're scaring me. I haven't been to the doctor in fucking years.
Michael, I'm telling you. I can't tell you what to do, but You just don't want to do it. You just don't want that to happen, man. So
Yeah.
I was really, really lucky.
Are
really,
you,
really
are you
lucky.
on like pain medication and stuff like that?
No, I'm not. Nothing now. I've had some.
Tecates.
So, yeah, I got some some heart medication that they're going to adjust when I go back to the doctor. But no, the pain medication.
What's the heart medication?
I got,
like
oh,
a
God.
statin?
I'm probably taking 10 pills a day.
Because they gave me simvastatin.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. But I think I encourage. Listen, I've got too many friends of mine that have dropped dead. So, you got to do it. You got to take care of yourself. If not for yourself, for your family. So, anyway, nobody wants to hear that. They want to hear some more music. So let's play the second song from a band called Greenberry Woods, and I saw them back up Squeeze. And I walked in there. I got there early, and these kids, they were young, they're up on stage and they're singing like angels. I'm like, who are these guys? They're actually the same manager as Squeeze's manager. So this tune is called "She Said," and I think this isn't like these are all in the same very, very pop vein. So can we talk? What's the music's on or no?
Yeah, I can turn it down. I can just lower the volume of the music.
Okay.
You mean have a conversation with each other while the music's going?
Yes.
No, I'm not.
That's
sure.
fine.
There's probably a way you can do it, and probably all the podcast pros are saying, "You motherfucking asshole! You got a Tascam Mixcast 4, and you don't know how to talk to the guest while the music's playing." There is probably a way. Let me see.
Don't worry about it. Just play the tunes, and we'll sit.
Yeah,
sit
I
and
don't
listen
know.
and you
I
can
don't know how to
comment.
do it. I don't know how to do it. I'm sorry. Maybe talk
No
back.
problem.
Let me see. What happens if I hit this talk back? Hear me? Check.
Lost you.
Oh, you lost me. So it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it. So
Okay, that's fine. We'll just listen
now
to
I
tunes.
can lower
and
the
we'll talk
music
after.
and we can carry on a conversation while the music's playing.
No, I want to hear these tunes.
You
Is
can.
that cool?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Okay.
By the way, there's no secrets. So you can whatever you got to tell me, you can tell everybody else who's listening if you want.
Okay.
Where's the wife right now?
Oh, she's been in bed for like 2 hours.
Oh, you're in Chicago. So
Yeah.
It's 10 o'clock there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to work tomorrow, right?
No, I'm still rehabbing. I'm doing nothing until my doctor's appointment in July.
Well, I'm leaving my house at 6 a.m. to drive up to the mountains. So
Good for you.
I got to get this posted tonight too. So we'll go. We've probably got another hour, so we can kill another hour.
Yeah.
All right. This song is by the Greenberry Woods. It's called
Greenberry Woods.
That's What She Said.
Mm-hmm.
The album's called Rapple Dapple.
Yeah.
All right, here you go. Here we go.
To know me, how do you do? She said I've watched you forever, all is a fail. Well, I can do better. She said you only check me, I'm one of a kind, so won't you collect me? How do you do? How do you do? You make me feel like loving you. You make me feel like loving you.
go. Greenberry Woods from Maryland.
Yeah.
They were on
Do you like
Sire.
that one?
I just did a quick search from. They did two records on Sire, and then they got dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like that. I like the I like your band better, but
Okay.
I still like it.
That's
It's still
good.
I like the guitar tone. The singing, a little bit wussy singing, but it was not bad.
Yeah, that's what struck me when I saw him. So the next tune is from a band called The Great Affairs, and they have a record called Dream in Stereo that I think is the perfect album. They just have a new record out. It's called Everybody Moves, Nobody Gets Hurt.
Uh-huh.
And they're from Nashville. And Denny Smith is their main songwriter. He's got a couple of really good solo albums. The tune that you're going to play is called Livia off their most recent album. And one of your favorite musical moves, there are quite a few dropouts in all the tunes that I've selected.
Breakdowns.
That wasn't done intentionally. It just happens to be part of the genre. So this is Great Affairs.
That's a sign of a good pop song when it's got a breakdown.
There we go. I agree with you. Livia is the tune.
Pop songwriting 101.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Livia, here, The Great Affairs. Yeah, see, I like that guitar tone.
So you wait another lonely table in a restaurant. Empty plates, but a third straight glass of wine. Outside, the world is getting colder by the minute now. Nowhere safe, don't feel like running out of time. It's too late for starting again. Too many lines in the skin. You can forget what it feels like to win. When you don't. Lydia, you saw red tonight. Lydia, maybe I could treat you right. What if I could treat you right? You're afraid that no one's gonna see you like you saw you once. In a frame, it's the way you keep it in your mind. Take a ride, the world is getting smaller by the minute now. There's a place you never have to hit rewind. It tells you it's over in there. You're clinging to life in your skin. You pretend not to care where he's been, but you know
Yeah, now that is a great tune. That bass player plays a 12-string bass. He's a Tom Peterson fan, obviously.
Yeah, that was that's Matt. To pick a song from that band was difficult because all the songs are. It's almost unfair that he writes song after song after song that is just really good.
You got to
really
not
good.
send me their catalog, please, because that would be
I will not send it to you because that would
appreciate
not be
it. Yeah.
that would be wrong.
I like that. If everything else is as good as that, they might be one of my new favorites.
Man, I'm telling you. We're going to continue with the no one's heard of this band theme. Okay. This is a guy by the name of Erik Vokes. I think he's from Minneapolis. And he did it.
Okay, Erik Vokes.
Erik Vokes.
Vokes.
KS, yeah. And this is another really good early 90s. And I don't know how I came across it, but I thought the record was good. And this song in particular is called The Symmetry.
By the way, the band The Great Affairs is going on tour with Warrant.
Oh, yeah. Are they really?
According to their Facebook, they're on the Live to Rock tour. Let me see. I'm pulling up the flyer here. Live to Rock tour.
Yeah.
Skid Row. Let's see. It's loading. It's a big, huge image. It takes them forever to load. Featuring Skid Row, Warrant, with special guest The Great Affairs.
Well,
I'm not going to go into how Skid Row and Warrant are. All right. Well, good for The Great Affairs.
Well, but I don't know how those.
I hope the Great Affairs get a good audience because that song was better than any Skid Row or Warrant song.
And I hear you. I don't see the match up there, but I'm sure they're getting gigs.
Janie Lane wrote some catchy tunes. I will give him that. I Saw Red was a pretty catchy tune, but there's no denying Cherry Pie, I guess. But not a fan. But all right, well, good for Great Affairs.
Yeah, neither am I. But as long as they're getting paid and be able to finance their next,
it might be a buy-on.
I think that'll be okay. Okay.
All right. Ready? Okay. I'm sorry. I got off track. I digressed. I apologize.
It happens.
Went off on a tangent. I'll still have Great Affairs on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'll probably find some things that I'll probably want to go down a rabbit hole, and then I think the Great Affairs is one of them, probably. So.
Okay. Good.
All right. Talk this up again because I rudely interrupted you.
No problem. Erik Vokes, I think from Minneapolis, and the song's called The Symmetry.
Okay, here we go.
Quieter in the night, now you're not around. Don't have to be aware of any sound. Don't miss the symmetry I've been living for. Don't have to wake at night to unlock the door. Don't hear the whispering anymore. Don't miss the symmetry I've been living for. Everyone that I know dreams by themselves. Everyone that I know schemes by themselves. Lost in a hurricane that you call a home. Burning the corners off your pleasure dome. Don't mess the symmetry I've been living for. to the part you want and you pull it in. Don't wanna see the end begin again. Don't miss the symmetry I've been waiting for. Don't miss the symmetry I've been living for. Don't miss the symmetry I've been waiting for.
Yeah, that was really good too. You can buy his album, this album Sandbox, on Bandcamp. 18 songs. You can get the album for $8 for 18 songs.
Oh, he must have put an expanded. Let me write that down. He might have put an expanded edition on there.
And one of the songs is called Unwind, and it's 7 minutes long. If I would have known
Yeah,
that,
that
I would have used Unwind as a opening for Mad at Dad. That was good. I like that too. That was catchy. That guy's got a good. He's got a good voice. It's a nice, pleasant voice.
I agree with you on that.
Back to that band. Almost sorry to interrupt, but that band before, the Great Affairs, reminds me a lot of Rick Springfield.
Yeah, I could see that. They'd be better off playing with him than with Warrant and Skid Row. I agree with you on that.
Maybe he should team up and help Rick Springfield write some tunes. Those guys.
I'll tell you, he's got a lot of them. Then he's got a lot of them. I just saw them too. They were in town in April. It was good to say hi and to hear him play the new songs and some of the older stuff. But I'll send you I won't send you anything that they've done. So that wouldn't be right.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. This next band is called, you might be familiar with them, Supremium.
No, never heard of them.
This is an early 90s.
All these bands you've sent me, I've never heard of any of them.
Okay,
except I've heard of Velvet Elvis, but there's a million bands called Velvet Elvis. So
yeah. So Supremium was what included Kaz Candler from the Romantic.
Okay.
Right? He was a guitar player from the Romantics. And then Doug Norrie is the keyboard player and the main songwriter. And he played with Adam Ant. He was in Adam Ant's band.
Wow, huh.
So they put this band together.
Adam and the Ants, or just Adam Ant solo?
Yeah, no, Adam and the Ants.
Huh. Well, the guy in Adam and the Ants is a monster guitar player, I think. So.
Yeah, I think Doug played keyboards.
Okay.
So the package is really cool. They've got, every band member is in a face card. So it's got like King, Jack, Ace, and they've got a drink in one hand and either a cigarette or blowing smoke or a cigar in the other hand. And it's the coolest. The package is great. And then a record company got a hold of them and changed it to Tales, Tales, and changed the entire cover of the CD. And it's just like, because I asked Kaz, I said, what happened? He said, just a normal record company. They want us to be something that we weren't. And, it's just, I don't know. You know how record companies are. Yeah. So this song is called If Not For You. And this one also has a dropout that I think you'll think is pretty cool.
Okay. That singer reminds me of somebody.
See if I can find it. I think it's Doug Norrie.
that was great too. I like all these songs. They're all good. I'm glad you're turning me on to some music I've never heard. I like this music.
Good. So
Good
I've got
songs.
here's the Supremium CD.
Uh-huh.
And the lead singer, yeah, I just Googled him. The lead singer is Bruce Whitkin.
Uh-huh.
And Bruce Whitkin plays guitar in the Hollywood Vampires.
With Alice Cooper?
Yep, and Johnny Depp. He's been Johnny Depp's buddy for 40 years, according to.
So did
and
he
testified. Yeah, he testified at the hearing.
So what? Oh, really? That's cool. So did he take Joe Perry's place, or is there? They have 3 guitar players.
I have no. It looks like they got 3 guitar players.
Okay, so he's a ghost guy.
So maybe that's where you heard his voice. I don't know.
He's got whoever's the singer is. He's got a good, strong voice. I like his.
That's him. That's Bruce Whitkin.
Well,
So learn something every day, huh?
yeah, there you go.
Okay, well, this next band is, I don't know if you heard of Mega City 4.
I've never heard of any of these bands.
Okay, they're an English band, and we saw them. God, we saw them. They came to Chicago, and we followed them around like puppy dogs. They walked out of the. I'm not going to mention the venue that they played because we've never played that venue because the guy that owns it, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to mention the venue. They walked across the street and we're like,
So
we
was a bunch of dudes.
No, yeah, it was my band.
A bunch of dudes followed this band around like puppy dogs.
And we're like, hey, how's it going? Like every stupid, like, how's it going, man?
Yeah,
we really like your music.
I get it. I do the same thing, man. You're groupies.
And they went across the street and I'm like, we'll buy you dinner. So we sat with them. They ate hot dogs and French fries, and they were just like regular guys.
Wait,
it was funny.
You bought them dinner?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
Because we're on the road.
These dudes are buying us dinner. Well, I think they think we're somebody else, but they're following us.
No,
let's take a free dinner from them.
We were freaking when we saw Mega City 4 come. We're like,
You're Mega City 4. You've heard of us? Okay.
So this song is called Stop. And one of the local college stations that plays us all the time, WNUR, when I heard it, it stopped me dead in my tracks.
Huh.
So let's play it and then tell me what you think.
All right. Mega City 4, Stop. Dave Franco on background vocals. There you go. Dave Franco playing air drums. Pulled the sticks out.
What do you think?
I like it. The singers, I'm not. They got a lot of albums out. I'm sure they're very popular. That singer.
Well, not anymore because Wiz is dead. He died
that-
about 10 years ago.
Yeah,
he had a brain aneurysm at rehearsal.
Huh. Wow. That was the singer. Was that the guy?
Yeah.
I looked at a bunch of pictures. One of them looks a little like Dave Pirner from Soul Asylum.
Yeah, with the dreadlocks, and that's Wiz.
Okay.
So it's a shame that he's no longer with us. Forgiveness is a virtue, not a crime. I like that lyric. I can relate.
Yeah. They
Now,
have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 albums.
Yeah, they had a Peel Session album. Then they kind of morphed into another band called Ipanema.
Okay.
And then, do you remember the Doughboys?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Now there's a current Doughboys which are pretenders to the Doughboys name, but the Doughboys from the late '80s and early '90s. Wiz actually played guitar and toured with them for like the last album that the Doughboys had. And that's the Doughboys are another good pop band, for God's sake, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this next song is only 1 minute and 44 seconds.
Okay.
And this was kind of a rare, there was 2 bands on one record. The Patriots were on one side,
Right.
and the Chicanes were on the other side, which is kind of interesting. I don't think I might be the only guy that bought the thing. I don't know even how I came across it, but and of course there's a dropout in this song too. This song is by the Patriots. It's called "She Loves You Too."
All right, now I got to use the bathroom, so I'm going to run real fast. Hopefully, I catch the last 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'm going to do
Okay.
I'm going to do a sprint to the toilet.
Okay. Go.
She loves you too. Oh, I don't think I can take it. She loves you too, and I can feel so mistaken. Well, I don't know where to turn to now. That's not the way I think at all. I can't think of you right now, and she's not gonna call. She loves you too. Oh, I don't think I can take it. She loves you too, and I can feel so mistaken when I can't remember who you are. It's still the same, like it or not. And oh yes, what you don't know can hurt you a lot. Yeah, I don't know where to turn to now. That's not the way I think at all. Then I think of you. I'm not gonna make it. I've made a mistake. She loves you too. She loves you too. She loves you too.
All right. I like that. That was good.
Okay. My wife's checking in with me.
Oh, good. Is she going to make an appearance?
No.
Does she want to get on the microphone?
No.
You turned off.
Just check.
You turned off the video.
Yeah, I didn't turn off the video. What the hell happened? Here we go.
Oh, okay.
No, she just wants to check on because she's so wonderful. She wants to
she
check and see if I'm
Make sure
okay.
Make sure you didn't die.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, don't die on the show,
almost,
please.
Yeah, that almost happened last week.
That almost happened last week. What?
Yeah, or 2 weeks ago when I had my before I had my bypass. What did you think of that?
I like that. That
like it?
reminds me
Okay.
a lot of another band.
Okay.
But I'm sure it reminds. They have a very familiar jangly sound.
Yeah, they're never to be heard from again. I don't know what the heck these guys did or where they wound up going.
Well, if you Google the Patriots band, it pulls up some old men who have like a Oompa Loompa band.
Yeah, that's that's not them.
No.
Have you heard of the Stems with Don Mariani from Perth, Australia, I believe?
No.
The band, okay. This song is called Second Floor, and it's on a record called Road to Rome, which is, in my estimation, a perfect album.
The Stems, it says DM3.
DM3, Don Mariani 3, and then the Stems. He was also with the Stems, and this. Tell me what you think, because I think this song is so perfect. I want to cry every time I hear it.
All right, we'll see.
So,
if I can.
Okay, listen for the bell on the ride.
Drum
bridge. The drummer plays the bell on the ride bridge. It's just like perfect.
Drum geek talk here.
Yeah,
by all you drummers out there, we got Chuck Spear and several other drummers. Listen for the bell on the ride
during the bridge.
So the ride is the bell on the ride is when you play the center part that's right near the stand. That's called the bell.
The hump, as the blues guys would say, tang the hump.
Tang,
tang,
that's right.
Tang.
I can't believe I knew that the bell on the ride was that, but I figured it out. All right, Second Floor by DM3.
Know your name.
Oh yeah, that's good. From the start, one note. I know it. I'm in. Okay, back it up. All right, back it up here. Okay.
Know your name. You live on the second floor. Our eyes have met, but we haven't had the chance to talk. You're so nice, I got to get to know you. I'm a fool if I let a chance like this go by. Go by. Will I ever get to know you? Will I ever get to know you? Will I ever get to know you better? Will I ever get to know you? Will I? From the street I look up at your window. I can see your perfect silhouette. And how I wish I was there with you. When I go to sleep tonight, I'm gonna dream about you. Dream about you. Will I ever get to know you? Will I ever get to know you? Will I ever get to know you better? Will I ever get to know you? Will I? In a world so hard to find, someone like you is so divine and so bright, so sublime. So sublime. divine and so kind, so sublime.
There you go. Dom Mariani 3. DM3. That was good.
Man, it's unbelievable. Oh. Man.
By the way, I have your microphone is hot the whole time, so you're singing background to these songs. I figured I'd leave it up. I like that. I think it adds to it.
If it was during the day and there was somebody home, I'd be playing to every one of these songs.
I hear you. I scream along in my car.
All right, the next song, this is a band called the Rooks, and the lead songwriter and singer is named Michael Mazzarella, who's got another guy that writes it's just criminal how many good songs he's written. Then I think they broke up. He did some solo stuff, and a couple of band members are now members of the Gripweeds. I don't know if you've heard of the Gripweeds.
No.
They're on Little Steven all the time. They're on a regular rotation on Little Steven. So this tune has got, there's no dropout, but there's background vocals that are doop, 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 doop. You got to listen for them because they're like, oh man, they're so cool. And then a lot of jangly guitars. So the song is called Always You and Me.
All right. I Googled the Rooks, and I think there's a band called the Rooks on Facebook, and it's not the same band. They don't have a black dude in the band, do they, singing?
No,
Okay.
no.
Right. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with a black dude singing. I just don't think it's the same band. All right.
Yeah.
The Rooks, Always You and Me.
It's a pity what they told me. Oh no, it's the same old story. And I am so worn and jaded, like a love that's grown outdated. I can see just where you're going. You'll end up feeling lonely. You want freedom, well you can have it. Who am I to try and stop you? It's just the kind of world that breaks you down. The love lost jagged edge that cuts you down. The ever-present fear of all alone. It was always you and me. It was always you and me. It was always you and me.
That guitar.
It's just the kind of world that breaks you down. The love lost jagged edge that guts you down. The ever-present fear of all alone. It was always you and me. It was always you and me. It was always you and me. It's a pity what they told me. All I know it's the same old story. And I am so worn and jaded, like a love that's grown outdated.
I like that. I'm finding some good power pop on this. Good.
I'm glad,
songs
Michael.
I have not ever heard.
Yeah, that's Kristen Purnell on guitar.
Uh-huh.
So, and the guitar sound is just like, oh man.
Yeah.
Anyway, this next band, the Beatifics, I flirted with being their drummer. We were going back and forth, and they're from Minneapolis. I think they're from Minneapolis, and they were coming through town, and the drummer couldn't make it. I said, "Give me the dates. I'll learn everything." And then all of a sudden, he found out that they were, replace him, and then he suddenly became available. Yeah, I begged to be in this band pretty much. There's a dropout here and a lyric alert. Every kiss is closer to the truth. And I'm like, oh,
all right. Okay.
Beautiful words. So what's the song? Oh, almost something there. The Beatifics.
Okay.
Is closer to the truth. Every kiss is closer to the truth. I could be like you.
Yeah, if you could not send me that too, I'd appreciate it. That would just be wrong. I like that too.
Yeah, the record's How I Learned to Stop Worrying, and it's there's probably 8 songs on there, and it's another perfect record as far as I'm concerned. The next band is Velvet Elvis.
Okay.
And this was a band out of Louisville, Kentucky. They came through town. They only did one album in 1988.
Now,
And
when hold on, I'm going to interrupt, Dave Franco. When all these power pop bands came into town, did they play one specific club, or
yeah, pretty much one place that it was like it's a converted theater. So, I mean, you want me to tell you the name of it?
Yeah, because there was one club that hosted power pop bands.
No, every band that comes through town plays this place called.
Okay, so underground bands, pretty much.
Yeah, well, I mean, Mega City 4, and I mean, I saw Dramarama there, and Tommy Keene played a bunch of times there. So it's like the main venue in the city, and the reason why I don't want to mention their name, I'll mention their name. It's called the Metro.
I played the Metro with Exodus.
Oh, okay. So you came through town and played the Metro. Yeah. That's where I saw most of these bands. I don't like the place because every band every band I've been in, they found it a reason not to book us. Probably because I don't know, because we're talented. Usually he's got some people up there that sit on the cross-legged with no shoes on and play the violin backwards and some weird. I'm like, give me a break there. So anyway, I heard the owner is dying. So well, whatever. Whatever. I've got a couple of ding letters in my band storage stuff where it's like, oh, you sound like this band, this band, this band. Unfortunately, it's not something that we're really interested in right now. I'm like, okay, asshole.
Yeah, the booker the booker's a dickhead.
Okay, so
he's a music snob.
We're nominated for a Grammy. I guess we can't play there. Okay, cool.
He's a music snob. He's an asshole.
Well, his Sonic Youth is his favorite band of all time.
There you go. That tells you a lot. Nothing against Sonic Youth. Nothing against Sonic Youth, but if somebody's favorite band is Sonic Youth, they're a music asshole. I'm sure Sonic Youth are not assholes. As a matter of fact, when I was with Stevie Sletta, we played the Electric Banana with Sonic Youth, and they were really, really nice to us. Sonic Youth was really nice to us. But if Sonic Youth is your favorite band, chances are you're a music snob and you think your shit don't stink. That's what I'm guessing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Back to you, Dave Franco.
Okay. On a more pleasant subjects. So they only had one album. Dan Triscoe's voices. At first I thought it was a female vocalist, but there's another dropout here, of course.
Okay. Break
in this tune. Yeah. And then this song is called I Got Everything.
All right, Velvet Elvis.
Velvet Elvis.
Was the only one, the lie I was running from. I was running from.
And when I take the time to do these things, I realize that I've got everything that I wanted. I've got everything that I wanted.
There you go, Velvet Elvis. That so far, I like that the least of all the stuff that you have played.
Oh,
that was okay.
no.
It was good. It was good.
Sherry McGee on drums. After they played the set, her and I had conversations about drumming and some other things. So this last band is Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Wait a minute. You
The
say
soundtrack.
that. Say that again because you broke up the whole time.
Okay, this band, they're maybe not as obscure. I don't want to say obscure. Maybe not as noted. They could be more noted than the other bands that we played. They had a cut called "Raised on the Radio" that was on the soundtrack of Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh, that's good.
So-
That's impressive.
So Spicoli is washing his car, and there's a snippet of the song "Raised on the Radio." Raised on the radio, raised on the radio, all American boy, and that's about all you hear. And I heard that, I was like, "Whoa, what band is that?" So I waited for the credits to roll, and it turned out to be the Ravens. I went and got their record, and it's the Ravens. They're from Baltimore, Maryland, and they're still playing actually. But I've got a surprise for you. That Keith Brewer, who was one of the guitar players and the lead singer, after the Ravens broke up, he joined a band called In the Company of Wolves.
I know that band. Isn't Steve Conti?
Yes, indeed. It was him and Steve Conti were in a Company of Wolves. So just a little full circle trivia here, Michael. Lots of oohs and ahs here.
I like
and
that.
And I think I've got a lyric warning here. She's talking soft on my telephone, and I start to melt. Why is it every time I hang on, I'm gonna hate myself? It's just like, oh my God, these lyrics are unbelievable.
I love it, man. Fucking music geek.
Yeah. So check it out. I hope you like this one.
I get
Wrap around.
I get such
Wrap around.
When a fellow music nut gets excited about a band, it really warms my heart, Dave Franco.
Good. I'm glad. It moves me to no end. I mean, I went through this playlist and I was down here. I couldn't play because, they gave me an intravenous in my hand, and one of my fingers is kind of numb still, so I couldn't really want to play. But I wanted to play through the whole playlist, so I actually really understood the songs. But maybe next time. So the song's called "Wraparound." Yeah.
Okay. So I just got a question about the open. Hey, wife. What's your wife's name?
My wife's Mary. She's right there.
Hey, Mary.
I
got a question about the open heart surgery, the bypass. Do you lose your appetite?
A little bit, yeah.
So are you not eating, or you're not eating well?
No, I'm not eating as much as I was. The thing that's really weird is my sleeping is where I sleep for an hour and I'm up. I'm sleeping for an hour, then I'm up. So, but I guess that's part of the deal.
Does your chest hurt?
No, the pain's gone.
How can it not hurt when they open up your fucking sternum? Holy crap!
17 days.
You can't sleep on your stomach, right?
Yeah, I never did.
Huh? All right.
Yeah.
You snore?
Yeah.
You sleep on your back. You snore.
Yeah, I'm on my sides too. Either side. So I'm hoping to get some sleep tonight because I was doing a lot of stuff today, and then I'm up a little bit later than I normally would be. So we'll see.
A lot of stuff. Is that physical stuff?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Huh. triple bypass surgery. This motherfucker's doing physical labor. Jeez, man. Superman.
Yeah,
Superman.
I'm trying to get stronger and better.
Superman. I'm not going to ask you about, are you, banging the wire. I'm not going to ask you that. All right.
Okay, don't ask her. Wrap around is this tune, Michael.
Okay. The Ravens. It's just Ravens. Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens.
Now, is this the song that was on Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
No.
Okay, all right. I like those layered guitars.
Just tell me when you think you're alone. About all I can take.
That's Keith Brewer singing.
That's good too. I really like this.
I need a wrap around. Ooh, just a wrap around. I wanna wrap around someone tonight. She's talking soft on my telephone, and I stop to mail. Every time I hang on, I gotta hang myself. I need a wrap around. Ooh, just a wrap around. Oh, I wanna wrap around someone tonight. I must admit to changing memories as an alternative to enemies. But something hits me, makes me lose my grip every time, knocks me off the line. Something hits me, makes me lose my grip every time, knocks me off the line. You're coming on to me in my car, my engine starts to roar. Why do I have to listen to this? It's such a social bore. I need a wrap around. Ooh, just a wrap around. Oh, I wanna wrap around someone tonight. I need a wrap around. Ooh, just a wrap around. Oh, I wanna wrap around someone tonight. Hey, need a wrap around. Ooh, just a wrap around. Oh, I wanna wrap around someone tonight.
Yeah, that was really good too. I like that. Keith Brewer.
Okay.
KYF.
Yeah. So he's in a band called what is it called? Barley Juice. He wears a kilt and plays like the bagpipes and guitar, and they play a lot of festivals and out in the East Coast. I think actually the Ravens they got together they're going to get together for a reunion show sometime pretty soon. I looked on their Facebook page, but I told them to record it, and they said, "Nah, we're not going to record it. It's just going to be a moment in time." So I'm like, "Okay, that's cool." Michael. That's all I've got.
Well, Dave Franco, I enjoyed myself. I had a good time. I hope you feel like it was worth donating to the Rock and Roll Geek Show to guest co-host, because I enjoyed it.
Well, I appreciate that, and it's always my pleasure to contribute to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. And I think everybody out there needs to make it like the Jerry Lewis Marathon, and kind of like ramp up the donations. Let's go.
Yeah, please keep the donations coming. I really had a good time, Dave Franco, and you're a good as is every other person I've met through the Rock and Roll Geek Show. You're truly a good dude. I can tell. Yeah. I've never met you in person. I can tell you're a good human being. That's the common thread, and all the Rock and Roll Geek friends are all good human beings.
Okay, I try. If you're ever in Chicago, Michael, we'll hang out together. We'll have a good time. And if I ever get out to San Francisco, I want to jam with the Butlers.
Not only that, you got a place to crash if you come to San Francisco. My house
All
is
right,
your
cool.
house, and your
Indeed.
wife included, friend.
Okay.
You have kids?
Yeah, I got a one daughter. She's 21.
Okay.
Just graduated college, and she's the love of my life.
Is she still live with you, or is she out of?
Yeah.
Oh, she
Yeah.
does. So
Yeah.
just one
Yeah.
kid? Just one kid?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, sounds like I can't believe you got over triple bypass surgery that fast, man.
I'm doing pretty good.
You found God, right?
No. No.
God's taking care of you, man. I got to tell you. I mean, maybe
Yes.
somebody's taking care
there are a lot
of
of things
you.
working in my favor. Yeah, my wife and my daughter are taking care of me. Actually,
Yeah.
that's what's going on here. So I'm lucky. I'm really lucky.
Well, I'd say we close out with a bonus song.
Go ahead.
Look, well, you pick. Dealer's choice. Let's see. How about? Let me see. I probably have power pop playlist here.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I do have a power pop playlist. Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh well, my favorite power pop song of all time
Is
the Jags.
okay. Let's hear
I
it.
mean, as far as that genre of power pop,
Yeah.
the real power pop genre. I mean, the Fags is great. Czar is great too. Fuck.
Yeah.
Did you like Tinted Windows? You know that band?
Yeah. I liked them. They didn't really blow me away, but I liked them. Yeah.
Man,
I liked
that
them. They were
album,
okay.
that Tinted Windows album is fucking great. That's almost a perfect album to me. And I got to say, a guilty pleasure. The singer for Tinted Windows, Taylor Hanson.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That new Hanson album, I'm ashamed to say it, but that new Hanson album is not bad, man.
Really? I'll have to check it out.
Listen to a song called, what's that fucking song called? Oh, shit. Child in Me, or what is it? Hanson? No, I got to look at Hanson. The single of the album is Taylor Hanson singing. Each guy wrote a third of the album.
Mm-hmm.
What's the hell's album called? Fuck. Hold on, I gotta find. Hanson.
Let me look. I'll look too.
Hold on. They were on Adam Carolla, and the album's called Red, Green, and Blue.
Mm-hmm.
The song is called, oh shit. I'm not going to play it on the show because it's not really, doesn't fit with the what is it called? The Child in Me or some shit.
Child at Heart?
Child at Heart, yeah. Child at Heart.
Okay.
That song is good, man. It's really good. So, I mean,
Okay,
I might
I'll
be
check it out.
ashamed to say it, but I think it's a really good song. The one guy
I'll
in
check it out.
Hanson, Martina and I called him Frankenstein Hanson because the two kids are really cute, and then the one guy who plays guitar is ugly. We called him Frankenstein Hanson. But Hanson's a talented band. They're really good.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know why I digressed into that, but okay. So what do I want to play?
You can
So,
play this Jags
I'm going to
tune,
let
right?
you pick the Jags, the Fags, or a Czar.
Let's play the Jags.
All right. Well, Dave Franco, thank you for joining me on this Rock and Roll Geek Show. I really appreciate it, and I thank you for the support through all the years of the Rock and Roll Geek Show. And I'm saying again, you come to San Francisco, you and the whole family, you got a place to crash, friend.
Okay, same here, Michael. You come here, you'll spend your time with me, hanging out with my wife, and I'll show you around the city. We'll have a good time.
And where can we find Too Much Saturn? Go ahead and plug.
If anybody wants, I got CDs and posts and stickers and buttons. If they want to hit me up at Too Much Saturn at gmail.com, I'll send you whatever. You don't have to pay for the postage. I'll just send out the CDs and the pins and stickers. We're on Instagram, Too Much Saturn Band on Instagram. That's probably the best way to find out what we're up to. So we're on Twitter and Facebook, but we've kind of like weaned ourselves off of that. So the Instagram account is probably the best way to know what we're up to.
All right. And you're on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group too?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Okay.
I am.
All right. Well, let everybody let Dave Franco know you heard him on the Rock and Roll Geek Show. Mention him on the Facebook group maybe on this show when I post this episode or whatever. Let him know he didn't waste his money and his time. I really appreciate you coming on, Dave Franco. You educated me to a lot of music, and I always love being educated for new bands that I've never
Thank you.
heard. And I found some bands that I really wanted to dig deep into. So send me those that I told you to, if you would, please.
I will indeed. Thank you, Michael.
All right, so here is a classic power pop tune, The Jags. I'll talk to you soon, friends. I'm heading to the mountains in the morning. Dave Franco's going to, his wife's waiting for him to jump in the sack. And I'll talk to you soon, friends. Here's The Jags.
You're only coming if you're feeling blue.
Yeah.
You tell me I don't pay attention to you.
Hang out for a second, Dave. I'll talk to you when the show's over.
You wouldn't phone
Okay.
guys who mess around with you, girl. But when I call you, I can sacrifice. You want them out before you dry your eyes. I'm not a freak machine, a 1960s dream. I dream the bet you less than bet you didn't see, girl. You're not unreadable, you're not unbeatable. I know just what you are. Don't push your love too far. You're not untouchable, not just another girl. I get in touch with you. I only wish I knew that. Inside. I hope I'm getting through the interference too. My motor's running out, I don't know what to say now. The operator's saying cut the line. You wanna cut it by the very last time. You're only young at heart, but now's the time to start. Just realizing what I got down here. You're not unreadable, you're not unbeatable. I know just what you are. Don't put your love too far. You're not untouchable, not just another girl. I get in touch with you. I only wish you knew that. Only wish you knew that. I got your number written on the back of my head. I got your number written on the back of my head. I got your number written on the back of my head. I got your number. Say, don't you realize, is there nothing left inside? Hey, did I get you wrong? Say, where's your number, guy? You only call me if you feel a blue. You tell me I don't pay attention to you. But if you only knew just what I'm going through, you wouldn't phone those guys who mess around with you. You're not unreadable, you're not unbeatable. I know just what you are. Don't push your love too far. You're not untouchable, not just another girl. I get in touch with you. I only wish I knew that. Only wish I knew that. I got your number written on the back of my head. I got your number written on the back of my head. I got your number written on the back of my head. I got your number written on the back of my head. I got your number written on the back of my head. I got your number written on the back of my head. I got your number.
It's a rock and roll geek train wreck.
Okay, hold on a second.